Mentors. And so today on this CannaMentor, we're introducing you to Fernando, another exciting member of the Arizona industry, Oklahoma industry, national industry, soon to be Mexican industry, who's willing to volunteer his time, as everyone else, to help give back and provide great information for our social equity applicants and professionals out there looking to get involved in Arizona. So without further ado, and I always talk about myself too much on these things, but that's okay. Let me introduce you, Fernando. Fernando, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are. Maybe you can start with your journey into cannabis.
Sure. Thanks for having me again. Hello, everyone. My name is Fernando, as I was saying. I've been in cannabis for about 8 years now. Kind of got into it right as Arizona started turning the page. I did some ice cream back in Arizona. So we had an edible brand. We specialize in ice cream. I've since moved to Oklahoma, where I have a different edible brand, and we have another brand that does joints and blunts. So a lot of smokable products, right? This is kind of where I'm at now. Now I'm working a project in Mexico, right? Hoping to bring a lot of the good standards that we have here and a lot of the good things our industry have right down there. Make sure they have a good shot at it as well.
Excellent. So you manufacture. You've been a manufacturer for 8 years.
Yes. Yeah, I've been in manufacturing for a long time. It's definitely, I think I fit really well into the wholesale model of things, right? So
excellent.
It's a good path for me. There's a lot of paths to go, obviously, in this industry, right? I went and created brands, right? I'm passionate about branding. I'm passionate about really creating an experience, right, that people can sort out after and get every time, right?
What did you do prior to getting involved in cannabis?
Actually, I was going to college. I started, kind of in college, started looking at what I could do. I started really early, a lot earlier than a lot of people. It just kind of was right time, right, I guess. I did work for a tech company for about 3 years, while I was doing also on Cream, right, which was the name of a brand, Cream Boutiques. So I did a lot of sales, right. So I have a strong background in sales. I have obviously a passion for branding, right. So I think those things mesh really well together.
No, that's absolutely great. And how'd you end up in Oklahoma? I like this story.
Well, yeah, my good friend Dimitri here just told me, hey, a young entrepreneur like yourself should just go get it, right? So just start from zero. Obviously here in Arizona, the laws are a lot different than what they are in Oklahoma. So it was a good opportunity for us to come out here and get our license and get started, so that we can start growing from there.
Yeah, there's a lot more entrepreneurial opportunities because of the licensing structure in Oklahoma. And that's something that, we'll share with social equity applicants should they not be successful in Arizona, yes. The opportunities available in other states. And, it's an immature market structure and this is still evolving. So people shouldn't get discouraged. But, okay,
no,
cool.
They shouldn't. I think it's really important to be able to, as someone coming into the industry, look at what other markets are doing, right? So always looking at what other markets are doing, how it's handled, because as you grow, right, hopefully you want to get into other states as well, right? You want to do business into other states as federal legalization comes into play and interstate commerce. You always got to be looking in the future. So I think that it's something that everyone should always be looking at, right? What's going on in Oklahoma, what's going on in California, here in Arizona. So.
And se habla español, ¿sí?
Hablo muy bien español. I know I don't look like it, but.
It's hard, I'm trying, like, some people are from Tucson. Tú puedes hablar español perfecto. So that's
sí,
good. Yeah, and that's incredible. So some of our social equity applicants in Arizona might not have perfect English. Can you read and write Spanish at a technical level?
Perfect. Yep. I finished. I'm originally from Mexico, right from the border. So I finished 7th grade in Mexico. I got a good half and half. I like to say I'm a bicultural instead of bilingual.
So if somebody has, like, pretty good English skills, but doesn't necessarily have the reading and writing skills they have in English and they speak perfect Spanish, you'd be a good social equity mentor for them. That's
Um,
unique to Fernando, the social equity mentor.
yeah, I'm all open arms. So especially I went to high school in a Tucson. So to all my Tucson locals, let me know.
All right. Well, we're going to publicize the heck out of this and get it out into the community. We find more and more people coming to the MITA website just looking for resources, and the CannaMentor program was a natural next step so that we can pick some of our best seed to sale guys. No lawyers, just
100%.
no investors, just
Business development.
OGs like yourself,
Yeah.
who have been in the weeds and who understand the nuances of the industry, and introduce them out there to the community. What's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
So my cell phone, you're able to call me at 520-808-6272. Also, my email is fernando@mosaicholdings.com. That's mosaic with a Z. So feel free to reach out anytime. I'm really an open book. I've gotten a lot of help from people like yourself, right? So I'm always willing to give back and to share my time to be able to help out.
For some reason or other, it's really easy for me to help people. It just takes a lot of time. But we didn't talk about your brand though. We should talk a little bit about what you're doing out there in Oklahoma, just so people know. What's your brand? What are you up to?
So we have two brands. One of them is called Spark. It's a joints and blunts, right? We specialize in using actual flour instead of a lot of the trim that people use, especially in a really flooded market here in Oklahoma. A lot of the product isn't really up to par with what people expect. So really, really focus on quality, right? So that people can have an experience. Also, we do infused pre-rolls, right? Which is it's a big hit here in Oklahoma. Distillate and keef. We also make blunts, right? Which a lot of people just do the joint paper. So a lot of these are also hemp wrapped. A lot easier on the smoke, a lot easier for the lungs, and also we keep it back into our industry. We use some hemp tubes as well, so we got to keep it back in our industry.
No, this is cool, man, and I'm glad we've already given out your phone number and email. But you reminded me about the importance of competition, because using flour instead of trim. If there's not a lot of competition, you have 5 or 6 blunt makers using trim,
Yeah.
Or if you have 100 blunt makers, one of them is going to be smart enough to use flour rather than trim. One of them is going to smart enough to use the right paper, infuse properly or not infuse at all. I mean, it's that kind of innovation that the consumers and patients deserve. God damn
Yeah,
it.
I think a lot of people make products,
Sorry.
especially here, right? Since there's a lot of companies. Like I think there's close to 10,000 grows. So just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to look at the experience of what people are going to have, right? Instead of just here's some product and here you go, which is happens. So
well, I know you and I will be growing this industry for a while, and hopefully do some stuff in Mexico together. And I encourage. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I said sí, señor.
Sí, señor. Don't call me sir. I work for a living. Yeah, no, I mean, people reach out to Fernando. He's a great guy. He's very open, and he's available. And as with all of our social equity mentors, you have his phone number, and we look forward to. We call them CannaMentors. I'm sorry, this is something we just came up with, so we're just getting used to saying it. And one day it's going to be CannaMentors of America, and that's going to
There
be
you go.
that's going to be in the spring. And then 60 Minutes is going to be talking about this program one day, and we'll make sure you get that interview. I'll see you soon, buddy.
I look forward to it. Thanks, Dimitri.
All right,
See you
thank
later,
you.
everyone.